High Shelf Collective. Before we get into our introductions and everything, I'd like to start with a bit of a cold open. Amber, your character is getting out of the car on the way in to see the head of the new promotion that you are joining as of today. You see posters, pictures all across the wall of this person whose name is Birdie with all kinds of major figures from wrestling's history. Some very cool, others a little bit problematic, but they're all people that you recognize. And Birdie is currently on the phone. She is roughly 6'4", probably uh, at her fighting weight was about 275. She would have been in the heavyweight division of her own promotion, which partially explains why her promotion has the weight classes it does. What you hear is her saying, I do not care what his physical status is. He can't bump, that's fine. He's better on the stick than over half of the people I got in the locker room. No, no. We are going to take care of him. That man gave for 30 years to this business. We are taking care of him. And she hangs up. And then she looks over to you and gets a huge, very warm smile on her face. Ah, you must be the new one in town.
Yeah,
How are you
just a little
feeling?
bit.
Good drive in?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's been a wild drive up from Fort Lauderdale, but I'm just glad to be up here, frankly. Thank you so much for getting me in the promotion.
Well, thank you for joining the promotion because that's a two-way transaction. We can't have you if not both of us are involved and invested.
Hmm.
And you'll see what I mean. We do things a little bit different here. You'll get it.
Speaking of getting it, is everything okay?
Oh,
Sorry, you
yeah.
just were real tense on the phone, and I just want to make sure that you're fine before
Oh,
we start anything.
that's Monday.
Oh, excellent. Well,
Sometimes, got to raise your voice so people know what's what. Oh, and by the way, don't think I told you this. Get your gear. We got a spot for you on the card tonight.
oh, wow, that's sudden, but thank you so much. Um, Mantis had dropped their stuff, and Mantis had dropped their stuff on the ground, assuming that you know they'd be standing there for a minute, but quickly they scrambled to grab the bags and like sling it like over their shoulders. Mantis is a non-binary wrestler. Um, Hair shaved at the sides. They usually kind of like do like a pompadour type thing, gelled up in the ring, but like otherwise it's just kind of like chin length, purple and green colored, like acid green colored. Um, they are 5'8", but like a night like a 250 pounds. So I think that puts them in the middleweight,
You
if I
would be,
remember
you'd
correctly.
want to be about like 245, maybe.
Okay, 245. Yes. So that puts them in middleweight. And but they're like built like a brick shit house. Like they're not very tall, but they're like they have the vice grip arms that help them get their name. Um, but yeah, they grab the bag, sling it over their shoulders, and they're like, "All right, well, if I'm going to be ready for tonight, then well, let's get going."
And with that, we are going to pull back for introductions. Thank you very much from Amber for that start off. Casey, would you do the dang channel thing? You're muted.
Sorry about that. It's been a while since I've had to do announcements. So, hey, welcome everybody. I love that cold open, and that was awesome. So, yeah, just real quick, I'm going to get some announcements out of the way, and then we'll do our introductions and, get on with this game, right? So, again, welcome to the High Shelf Collective. We got all kinds of things. We are busy this week. Let me tell you. Let's see, because I got my list right here. Tomorrow, come back for Werewolf. Rage Across Dallas, where I may or may not have blown up a house. Possibly have done that. But that's with David as our GM, Abby, everybody. It's Taylor. It's a fun game. Come check it out. And then the grand finale of Mass Effect is on Friday or Saturday on the 20th. Where we're finally ending season 4, 5, 3. I don't remember. It's been so long. Of Mass Effect, the homebrew game that me, Taylor, and Gavin, GSG on here, made using the Cyberpunk Red rules. It's been a really fun campaign, and we'll come into the finale. And then let's see. And then Tuesday next week, we have Girl by Moonlight, a one shot, totally spy version ran by Taylor. I wish I had more about that because I don't know that game system, but anything ran by our lovely artist Taylor is always a good time. And then Wednesday, let's see, on the 24th, we have our first episode of First Beacon Bites, a miniseries ran by JT. Some side stories with a main story with the main story on break. So come back for that. And then rounding out the announcements, we are next for this game will be February 19th. So I'm looking forward to coming back to play this. But yeah, man, just a little bit of announcements. We'll go ahead, kick it to everybody to introduce themselves, throw in your socials, tell everybody what's up. Cincy, I guess we'll start with you, my guy.
Hey, everybody. I'm back on HSC again. I haven't been here for a little while. Showed up for some one-shots. Showed up for an old Cyberpunk game a while back. Mostly, you can find me on Apochromatic Unlimited on their streams and in their Discord if you're a POC. Other than that, you can find me never posting on Twitter because I don't. And if I want you to find me on the internet, I'll get in touch with you. There you go. I'm back.
You cut out again.
Your mic cut out again.
Oh,
your mic cut out again. Yeah, so was that last section.
Am I back?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're back.
All right. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm going to have to check that out. I was going to say I'm back and I'm unapologetically black, and I'll pass it over to Amber.
Excellent. Hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber. I am a 3-time Emmy-nominated TTRPG writer, editor, podcaster, and streamer. I haven't been on HSC in a while, also, but I'm so glad to be back playing Worldwide Wrestling, which is an exciting system. I also was in Cyberpunk, and that was the last game I was on. But I'm going to be pitching something for Shark Tank, so I'm really excited about that. Anyway, you can find me anywhere there's internet at the Space Jamber. I am doing my cozy crafting stream tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern on my channel, so check me out there. But I'm knitting a sweater. It's this one right here. It's cursed. Anyway, let's go. Let's popcorn Paul.
Paul popcorned it to you.
Fuck, I'm a fucking.
You can't just pass it back to me. We can't just keep passing the mic back and forth.
Jason, what's up, my guy?
Sorry.
I'll go.
I panicked.
It's all right. We all will a little bit tonight, I feel. Hi, I'm Jason Larock. This is my first time here. So I'm a brand new baby here. here to hang out. I'm also a very baby wrestling fan, so forgive me for not knowing a ton of stuff, but I know enough to want to get in. So, uh, you can check out my stuff on Thesperians Productions. We do queer heavy TTRPG streams. We're taking a little bit of a hiatus, but we are hoping to come back for 2024 with some new stuff, some old stuff, some fresh stuff, some unfamiliar stuff. We're just trying to do as much as we can. And you can also check out some of my voice acting work in dating simulators and fun indie projects like Dream Daddy and Nightshade, You Are the Drug. So definitely check those things out on Steam if you can. And ready to rumble, I guess.
We'll feed you, baby bird. We'll learn you some things.
Thank you. Oh, follow J underscore son SON LaRock so that I'm not just saying things and not telling you where to go. See, panic and nerves. We've all got it tonight.
How about you, Sim? When can they find you at, buddy?
Well, why don't you tell them where they can find you first? I'll go last.
All right, fine. I guess I'll go. Hi, my name is Casey Patterson. I'm the OG in the group here at High Shelf Collective. Been here for a minute. I'm one of. I have helped create the Mass Effect homebrew for Cyberpunk, and then you can find me over at Tabletop Trucking 78 on Instagram and TikTok, where I had an interesting video somewhat kind of starting to blow up because I went with the D&D drama over there and decided to call out a dum-dum for being a gatekeeper. If you know, you know. And then yeah, they like to call me the content creator. Anybody who has watched me knows I make bad decisions in games. So yeah, and I'm super hype. I grew up on wrestling, and so I'm out of the loop with the new stuff. But like, I mean, if I decided to, I was going to either do Scotty Too Hottie type stuff or Rikishi. I haven't, but then I went. I was like, I'm Booker T now, so expect that. But yeah, that's me.
I love that for you. And hello, I am creative for this stream. And also a creative person, I guess. It's a weird title, but I do love custom GM titles for the game. We are going to be playing Worldwide Wrestling. If you know me, this is actually probably one of the more lighthearted games that I've ever run in my life because I run horror games. But I do think that wrestling and TTRPGs go together like peanut butter and chocolate because they're both about big personalities, big feelings, and I absolutely love that. So I'm happy to bring that here to High Shelf. And who knows, in the future, you may see one of a more synthetic version of one of my games. You can follow me on a lot of social media. I will never go viral. I'm on Blue Sky and Twitter, Blue Sky Synthetic 20, Twitter Asynthetic 20 if you're still on the dumpster fire. But with that out of the way, let's head back into our game. Birdie starts leading you down the hallway toward the locker room. And she says, couple things that you might need to know. The reason that we do things different around here from most of what you might find is the fact that we are funded by a foundation.
Huh.
If you know anything about wrestling, you might have heard that there's a crazy billionaire or two out there. Well, we had our own.
Had.
Yeah, passed.
Oh.
But left the funding that we were able to make this promotion out of. The only stipulations were that it stayed to be a local Memphis promotion and that we pay everybody fairly. and we were already about that to start.
Well, hell yeah.
Oh,
I'm in. That sounds like there's a catch.
no, the only catch is my knee bone catching on bone.
Oh,
Uh,
oh.
and she's going to look down the hall. Who is down the hall that she can call on to show Mantis around?
I'm gonna go ahead and say all three of us are kind of down the hall having a
That's
kind of
fine.
powwowy conversation about something that we're not gonna, be too loud about. We're gonna be very quiet about.
Yeah.
Uh, would you all actually show your new colleague around? I got to get back in my chair. Uh, real quick, I will give you just a slight bit of a warning. Uh, that guy right there, and she points at Casey's character, which I can't remember the names off the hand. Shit
Otis.
disturber. Pay attention and make sure that you don't disturb as much as he does.
All right.
Oh, that hurts me, boss lady.
I know it does, and it's the good kind of hurt, so don't you complain. She heads back to her office, leaving y'all together.
Mhm. I will classically offer my hand to shake to Mantis, as per all backroom original locker room greetings and shows of respect inside the business.
Yeah, Mantis goes and not just takes your hand, but does like the forearm grab,
Sure.
like a strong forearm grab,
Mhm.
and just shakes that way. Well, it's a
So
pleasure to meet you.
Randall Harrison, also known as the Hydra, is a little bit taller than Mantis, probably about 5'10", between 5'10" and 5'11", but is just in that 200 to 205 range, like just in that weight class. And when you grab the hand, it's a lot of functional muscle. Like, he is not a showy look. He's got what appear to be some abs. He's got definitions, but it's not one of those people who are like, oh, he's chipped and grizzled. Grizzled. He's one of those guys that's like, he squats 250, 300 easy, but it's all functional muscle. He's somebody who trains to be very functional,
Got it.
and not as big or as wide as other people who are around him, but clearly is like, doesn't have a problem lifting things, moving things around. Clearly carries his own weight, but isn't as big, not as bulky, not as filled out as some other people might be. And then he'll wait for other people to offer handshakes.
I immediately grasp your arm like you did, Randall. I'm like, "Hi, how you doing? My name's Otis," and he's 6'5", 245, long dreadlocks, these kinds of shades, full grill, diamond grill, and he's like, my name's Otis Kelly, and I'm known as the High Flyer, and he's built like a linebacker, like same kind of thing, but he looks like he more belongs at the Tennessee Titans tryouts than at
Mhm.
a wrestling thing. But he's like, it's good to have a new blood around here. I was starting to worry that we were going to stagnate.
Birdie would never let that happen, one. And two, this is the one whose tapes I was showing you the other day.
Oh, shit. And he takes off his
Oh.
glasses. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
You changed your hair up since the tapes, but, same build, same person. I assume Mantis, he's what he said.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all introduced with your human names. So Randall Otis, it's nice to meet you. I'm Juno. Juno Schroeder. Come straight from the FTL, Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, no, I mean, I was on the local circuit for so long that it just, sometimes you just have to change up your look a little bit and see what happens and imagine,
you got a good power game. We're gonna have to work on that confidence before we put you on the stick, but you're looking good. You got the look at least.
Thank you. Amazing thing happen when you turn heel, right?
Yeah. And this monster and mound of meat, and I'll slap Jason's character on the back and let him introduce himself. Is
He's not real good with numbers, but he knows that he's big. He knows that he's heavy. He
Mood.
kind of looks down a little bit, holds up a hand, kind of spits into the palm a little bit, holds out a hand. Jack, lumberjack, full name, short name, Jack.
Mantis regards the spit in your hand for just a second. It looks, and then hawks one themselves and just meets you in kind. And just there's like a weird like squish when their hands meet.
Oh, I like this one. I like this one.
It's a pleasure to meet
you
you.
know, one day someone's gonna call you out on that spitting thing.
Hey, hasn't happened yet. I'm still waiting.
Lord have mercy.
Well, when in Rome, do
Yeah,
as the
exactly.
Memphis do. All right, what's the demonym here? Memphin?
Depends on what
I'm
side of
not
the
from
block
here.
you're
I just
on.
moved here to work the promotion. You're gonna have to ask.
Eminem.
I should know this. I forget. I will look that up as above table.
But
Memphis.
Yep. But I'll leave the two of you. I think that's gonna work for what we were discussing earlier. If you know. But I gotta go prep for other things. I gotta do a walk and talk a little bit later. So I'll leave the two of you to show the newbie around if that's all right.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Okay. All right. I'll let you guys later.
Come on, man. We'll show you the place, the locker rooms where you can set up. I guess you got a card tonight, right?
Yeah. First day in, and they immediately put me on a card. I'm
Damn.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. And so I guess we'll go down the hallway and like show her like, you put your stuff right over here, and obviously separate locker rooms. Already know where the office is. Do we have a workout? Hey, Sin, do we have a workout place here? Do we have a gym?
You do have a gym, and important to note, the locker room areas have like private changing rooms, so
Yeah.
everything's cordoned off within. A little bit more privacy than you would be used to in most promotions, but the facilities are pretty well top notch. They're small, but you get a lot. There's as good of a quality of equipment as you can expect given the space.
Like, it's okay, cool. So he's like, it's a shame that our founder passed away, but I mean, he set us up. Like, hell, back in college, back when I was over at Memphis U, we would kill for this kind of stuff. Like, he shows like the weightlifting room, and then I think like they would take you to the ring. And, like, this is where all the magic happens. So,
would you like me to describe the venue?
Please, yes.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. No, my fault.
Oh, you're doing great. So the lodge is what the venue is called. It is a multi-purpose area that has room for about 1,000 seats. Other events do happen here. Because they're getting ready for the show tonight, the ring is up. You have a standard wrestling ring. It's not like you will see some wrestling rings be a bit smaller on the indies for space purposes. Not that necessarily here. You do see that there is more equipment than you're used to as far as audio and visual. There is space for an announce desk, which would be unusual for a promotion this size. There are cameras. You can see a couple of cameras that are getting ready. They're doing like drills around the space. There's no one in the building yet, so it's you and that ring.
Well, this is definitely not intimidating at all whatsoever. But it's nice to
Nah.
see where we're going to be thrown down later.
Oh hell yeah. So tell me about your outfit for where you came from.
I mean, listen, Fort Lauderdale is more known for, mud wrestling and that kind of sort. So, like, when I identified as a woman, I mean, that's kind of how I got my come up, was doing those kind of wet t-shirt wrestling and the mud wrestling pits and all that. And like, but there was enough interest to let from the girls there to like expand into something bigger. And we found our promotion out there and was able to actually do something with our wrestling instead of being fodder. But apparently when you start yelling at people about not treating you like meat, I'm sure you'll understand. You get treated like a
Yeah.
villain, and so might as well turn heel.
Well, you're gonna fit in just fine around here.
I know that's
I have
right.
a feeling. Well, I'm local from the area. I
Oh,
I'm from the Memphis area. Just been doing this for a minute. Been with the company for a minute. I'm not that big of a problem. I think I should have been a champion by now, but
Mhm.
I get it. I'm a little bit of the anti-hero kind of thing going on around here. Little bit of a miscreant, but nothing too crazy. But it's a good
are
place.
are you saying you're the problem? It's you.
It's not.
You're the anti-hero.
I would say I'm an entertainer. And he has that wicked smile. He's like, I'm an entertainer.
Well, maybe by your standards, but
Hey, come on, big man.
nah, you're fun. You're fun.
I try to be. He finds a chair and literally just leans back. Like he's just chilling. It's like I'm just here to have a good time. It's so much better than what I was doing.
What about you, Jack?
Uh, can't say I have much experience wrestling wise. Um, but when you make a big enough following on what's it now, TikTok or something,
Oh
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah. Just kind of honing your craft, people start to pick up on it. Did you know that there's a whole group of people that all they do is they spend their time watching people cut wood? They think it's
Yo,
they
that
think it's
homegirl.
Hmm, you get it. But
I get it.
I mean, didn't think that just doing something that simple was enough to get me down here. I mean, I'm not from around here. I'm from up the Poconos. So I just,
Oh,
just hung around, had, phone propped up on a chair, just filming myself cutting wood, and that's enough.
and how'd you get into wrestling from that?
Well, I think it was someone reached out about stopping by, just seeing if I liked the energy down here. They thought I'd make a pretty good, just like an indie thing. Uh,
Oh,
and right place, right time, coincidences like lining up back to back to back, and suddenly I'm here. Got absolutely no idea why or how or if this is even going to work, but you know what? I'm just taking each W as they come.
hell yeah. That sounds great. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, no, I mean, more proud of the people who stumble their way here. I mean, I totally see that there's like, I can see where I was and where you are, and I'm just stoked to see, what kind of competition we got out here.
You should be easier on yourself, big man. Barry has an eye
Yeah,
for I know homegirl, the boss lady, and I sometimes don't see eye to eye, but she has a room for talent, and you got it. You got it. You
yeah.
got the it's factor, and I can see that out of you too, Mantis. You got
Hey,
an it factor.
as long as they keep saying it, I'll keep believing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. I mean, you need some external validation in order to feel like what you're doing in the ring is actually hitting, popping, you know?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
So,
that's what we do it for, the roar of the crowd when it pops.
oh, there's nothing better. Nothing better than the roar of the crowd, except for maybe a V8. Yeah, I was about to say.
Uh,
But
I
yeah,
think.
I mean, oh
Oh,
yeah,
I
go
was
ahead.
going to say with that note, I think we will switch back over to Paul,
Mhm.
and I think this would be a good time because you know the drill.
Mhm.
If Juno is on the card, that means that something got shifted around.
Yeah.
So Freddie is the kind of road agent, also
Mhm.
runs the wrestling school that's attached. Jack, if
Mhm.
you were trained to wrestle for the promotion specifically, Freddie would have been your trainer. He is about 6'2", good 260 pounds. He doesn't wrestle anymore, but he did in the day. And he is currently posting with a uh, taped bit
Mhm.
onto the match card and
Mm.
scribbling out because two people were going to arrive with a manager at the ringside. And now instead, there's a 6-person tag scheduled.
Mhm. Everything good, Freddie?
Yeah. It just, sometimes Birdie wants to get people out there out of the frying pan into the fire. I get it. I
Mhm.
understand it. But I wish she would get it to the information to me before I get the card posted.
You're not wrong. So nobody no show. No, we didn't have a problem on that end. Birdie just
No
wanted to make some
problems.
changes.
Nothing along
He
those
like
lines.
he relooks over the card and is like, "That's interesting. That
Yeah.
does that feels like I will let Otis and Jack know. But does Birdie want I'll have a talk with Birdie in a little later because that
Yeah.
was the thing. I want to make
I
sure
mean,
the thing I've not been told the thing's not happening, so I want to make sure the thing's still happening.
of
But
course. And if you want to go forward that, you know how it works. Y'all are your
mhm,
own creative for your stories. So
yeah,
everybody approves. So as long as everybody's on board,
mm-hmm. No, that's
it's
fair.
up for you.
It's fair. I mean, we were on track. I believe I was about to do a walk and talk, but like I believe Jack and Otis are showing Mantis around, so
Yeah.
um that's a whole back and forth situation. I'll swing by Birdie. Have you seen who? Have you named said NPC, or do I want to make up a name?
You can make up a name.
All right. Um, have you seen Sarkeesian? Are they in yet? That's who I was going to
Uh,
walk and talk, but I haven't seen Sarkeesian yet. That's who I see. You have not changed my match in the semi,
no. You're still
so
up
I
against
was.
Sarkeesian, and you're under main. You're
Mm-hmm.
not main event, but you're under main.
No, I know. I'm not mad about it.
But as far as I know, Sarkeesian is late, but that isn't exactly something that we wouldn't expect now, is it?
No, Sarkeesian's late. I am surprised. Look at the shock upon my face. Yeah, no,
Sounds
you're not
about
wrong.
right.
Cool. Well, I'll swing by Birdie, and then I will hit ringside. And if they're still out there, I might make Mantis run some drills with me real quick. I got to warm up a bit, especially if I'm going to do. I'll get with Sarkeesian. It's not like we can't rehash some stuff. And then he'll wander off to put his head in Birdie's office and be like, "So we ran that by you as we're going, but I noticed there was a change to the main. Does that change
Yeah.
what we're doing? Do you want?"
You got approved. I was going to talk to you about that when I had the chance. You're approved.
Weirdly
to
enough,
go.
I have free time, so because Sarkeesian's late, I know we're all surprised.
It's up for you, up to you if you want to include Juno in on the plan, or if you want to, weapon spot always works if you need it.
Maybe, I mean, here's the thing. I was going to run through some things with Sarkeesian. Sarkeesian's late. If they're still out I noticed they were headed out toward ringside. If they're still out at ringside, I'll run Mantis through some drills. There's nothing wrong with bringing in more people, and there's nothing wrong with taking the new person because it doesn't necessarily strap a rocket, but it lets them get a feel for things. And Mantis does good in-ring work, but we'll need the stick time. Like,
Yeah.
I've been here how many years? What, 9 now, off and on? Like,
yeah, you were one of the people that knew me before we even got this promotion started.
Yeah.
So
I
appreciate you. I appreciate the work that you do, and I appreciate you taking Jack under your. Well,
it was a good set of big guy, little guy matches, and I think Jack is. I don't think Jack rates himself high enough for the skill he has put in for the while he's been here, and I think it'll work out well. I think it'll look good. It moves everybody in good directions, and it lets some more focus happen. Shakes things up, shakes up some dynamics. I think it'll work just fine.
I like it. I like where your head's at. I think you got a bright future in this chair if you want it at some point.
I'm not going. When we get there, we'll get there. I think I still got a good at least 10 more years in me.
I understand. I just want you to know when I see somebody that's doing a good job, I like to tell them that.
I appreciate it. Well, if things go well and the weight shift happens, I might start poking my nose into some of the lightweight matches and seeing if I can help some of the people that'll be taking what I used to do and help them get some of those good matches. I'm just happy I got those 4 stars that one time. I'm gonna live on that for a while. I'm gonna live on my 4-star match for a while, and that's what I'm gonna stick with, and that's what I'm going with.
My entire career, Meltzer only gave me 3.5 one time.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, I'm just going to hold that over you forever. I'm going to hold it over you that I have a 4-star and you only have a 3.5 star. And it's not to say anything. The difference is I think your era had harder competition than mine, especially if you were looking where you were wrestling and who you were wrestling.
I did have a few carry jobs I had to do. It went with the territory.
You're not wrong. All right. Well, I'm going to head back out to ringside and see if they're all still teetering around, and maybe Otis hasn't put the idea in their head yet that they should, burn the whole building down.
If you don't see Sarkeesian in an hour, then let me know. If I need to put a boot up his ass, I will.
All right, I'll let you know. He takes out his phone and sets an alarm for an hour with his very clearly methodical way of doing things.
All right.
And I'll head out to ringside, and I'll let them pick back up and interrupt. That's what I'll do.
So listen, Mantis. Let me tell you something. Homie. How do you feel about arson?
Are you already Otis? Are you already starting?
Oh,
Are you
Oh.
already starting? There's not one, no, and two, we are never going to have a flaming tables match in this building. You know that just
What
as
are
well
you
as I do.
talking about? That would bring
We're
so
never
many
going to have-
people here. Can you imagine
What,
me
there's-
running across a rope and just diving
We're
on
not
somebody
ever
from
having a
fire
flaming
taser?
tables match in this building. It's not going to happen. It
We
is
can
not
call
going
it
to happen.
Hellraiser.
Yep, it's not. It is not going to happen. I know you want to be a Cenobite so bad, but it's not going to happen.
I'm just saying. It would have been a great
You've
idea.
been saying it since like 4 weeks into me meeting you. Like,
Look,
I
man,
know
you
you've
and I are
always
like
been
one
an
of the
FMW
oldest
fan.
people here, man.
I know you.
Come
I know you were
on.
born in the wrong era and you wanted to wrestle in FMW, but it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Say it.
I mean, I could
think
see
it's
that happening in like, Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, but I do not know if that would pass in the US.
We can have. We're not having it in this building. He keeps wanting to have it in this exact building because he wants to be the first one to do it in this building. And I've told him many times that we got on a road show. You could probably convince them. We'd lose the venue afterwards, so it would be a one time in that building
That's
scenario.
why Bert don't want me to do it. Because we'll lose the venue. So why not the venue that we basically own? We do it here.
No, we do not basically own it. There are also several bingo ladies that really love this place. And
Aren't
they would
there
be
also,
very
like,
mad
a-
at you.
Think of the bingo ladies. Come on.
Also, think of the bachelorettes. I mean, like, they're all drunk in
See-
the streets here in Memphis all the time. They're just liabilities, and they'll fly up in flames with all the alcohol in their system.
I'm
You're not
just
wrong.
saying,
You're not wrong.
hey, and he puts on the glasses, is like, the ladies love the fire.
Yeah, like a moth to the flame. They will eat all of your clothes. So 2 things. I found out where you're going to be on the card, Mantis, and yeah, you're in a 6-man tag in the main with these 2.
Oh yeah, we get the new blood.
You do, but that does change some things. So I was going to run some drills because guess who's late? Guess who's late?
No,
I'll give you
really?
3 guesses. The first
Again?
don't count.
Sarkozy's late again.
Yeah, Sarkeesian's late again.
Ah, no way.
Well,
Again.
do I need to go pick him up?
You can call him and ask. I don't know if you want to go pick him up. I mean, he's wrestling me. I'm gonna stretch him extra because he's late. But that's not the point.
That's lovely. I'll stand up and go get my cell phone because I don't usually have my cell phone on when we're in the thing. He's like, I'll give him a call.
He's got 56 minutes before Birdie puts a boot up his ass. End quote.
Gotcha. And he chucks the deuces and he heads on.
So, Mantis, as you haven't been here before and you haven't bumped in this ring, and you're now in the main, and I need to run drills because I'm in the semi. Do you want to run some drills?
Sure, I don't see why not. Can I at least put my stuff in the locker room?
Yeah, you probably want to change a bit too. I mean, you don't have to full gear up, but I mean, I wouldn't wear those shoes in the ring. I'd put on some better boots.
Oh yeah, no, I got some soft shoes. We're good.
Oh yeah, I can walk you back if you need anything. Just to, so I know the layout of this place can sometimes get confusing, but
Yeah, I would appreciate it. Thank you, Jack.
There you
sure
go.
thing.
All right, I'll be here, and basically Randall will start like running the ropes a little bit and doing it as those 2 head to the back.
So I'm thinking Jack's probably gonna head back the way that they came. Maybe make 1 or 2 wrong turns on the way, but totally it make like he knows where he's going, but just those minor switch ups.
How would you like to make the first out of character roll of the game?
I would love to make
Yes.
the first out of character roll of the game.
So, to describe this for our audience, we have out of character stats and in character stats. So, in character, we are playing the Worldwide Wrestling System, but when you're out of character, they can roll a 2d6 and they have several traits. If you have any traits that would apply to the roll, then you can add up to a +2 and subtract up to a -1 if you have any flaws that would be appropriate. So do you have any traits that you would like to add or subtract to this roll?
I don't think so.
Okay. If that's the case, then it's just a flat 2d6.
Come on, first one. 5. Starting off strong.
So you do, in fact, lead Juno around the entire outside of the building, and you find yourself back at ringside.
So yeah, so that was the building. Just in case you were curious.
You ready?
Say that one more time.
We were going to the locker room, weren't we?
Yeah.
Did Jack
Hey.
get you lost on the way to the locker room?
Hey, just I promise this time, like 5 minutes. 4 maybe. 3? 3, what are we working with?
Once that happens, you hear the door behind you, and one of the wrestlers that you know, another heavyweight by the name of Pete Smith, comes in. Did I see Jack get lost again?
You didn't see nothing, Pete.
I cannot confirm or deny that at this exact moment. I don't exactly know. I was about to find out, but you may have.
All right. Where were you heading?
The locker room. But actually, I was going on a tour of the building to show my new friend here the building.
Ah. Well, let me conclude the tour by showing you where the locker room is then.
Sure, if you really want to. I mean,
You
that's
can
where
come
I was.
on too. Eventually, we're going to get this right.
That was my goal. That's where we were heading. So I don't know.
How long have you been here?
He's been
No
here
shade.
about 28 months. He's been here about 28 months.
That long
Well-
already? Feels like just yesterday.
Well, sometimes, in wrestling, you get hit in the head a couple extra times and you mean, and good for you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still waiting for Pete over here to knock me, but I got all the time in the world, bud.
Hey, I tell you what. If this new show thing takes off, then I'll see what I can do to get you in a ranked. You've been doing squashes for a good 6 months.
Yeah.
Try and go for it.
All right. I'll hold you to it, okay?
Just don't do that fucking spit thing.
Who's to say I haven't stopped already?
Oh, good
It will be a
God.
pleasure to be the last one then.
You're not gonna be the last one. Sorry, that's a thing. I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it going.
On that note, let's shift over to where Casey's at, going to pick up Sarkeesian.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I hop in my. We're just gonna go ahead and say my ring car, which is the Donk, 1972 Donk. He blaring. He got heavy bass blaring down the road to go pick up wherever Squeezy's at because he's like, I gotta hurry. So like, he's flying out. Birdie probably sees him do a burnout out of the parking lot, just like, oh, God damn it, why they send him? So yeah, I'm heading to the direction wherever he was at.
She's in her head is like, I'm not going to have enough boots left.
So yeah,
Okay.
he's at where's our man at, my guy?
Sarkeesian, he lives not even that far from the arena. It's a good 5 minutes if you get caught in traffic.
So he's right down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, like really, it should not be a thing, but you know he is always late. And you know why that is, too,
Oh, why
because
do I
you were
know
the
this?
one that's always picking him up.
Fair
When you
enough.
get there, you do see that he's still got two kids that he's taking care of, waiting for a sitter.
Is sitter stand you up again, man?
I tell you what, fool me once, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, hold on. I got you, man. Hold on, I got you. And I want to call my sister, and yeah, we'll call her Rachel, and I'll be like, Rach, baby sis,
Yeah? What's up?
hey, I need you to come over to S's house. His sitter done stood him up again, and he got a match tonight.
Okay. All right.
Look, I'll pay. I'll cover the bill. I'll cover the bill. I know. I know. All I do is buy engine parts and big rims. I got the money. It's the nice thing about being single.
It's not that. It's I actually had tickets for tonight.
And we got new blood too. Is Michael there? Is bro there?
Yeah. Yeah. He's here.
I'm gonna say he's like 16. Tell his lazy ass to come on down here and watch some kids, and he'll get $100 out of me for the night.
That sounds like a perfect idea.
All right, well, bring him on down here. Don't worry, I'll stay here until you get here, and yeah, this might be a thing for him. We might have to just hire Michael on to watch his kids.
Well, I'm not going to be getting tickets every time. So most of the time I can help him out. It just tonight I want to be there for the debut.
Oh yeah, no, and it's a 16. Apparently, it's a 16 tag match tonight. We got new blood. It's gonna be good.
You going on last?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, that is my brother.
Let's go. I'm about it. Maybe I'll actually finally start getting my way to that championship.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Hell
Or
yeah.
you will.
I,
You got it.
oh, of course, always. Y'all are starting to figure out probably that the character in him 6 degrees separation at best. Like it's just his energy all the time. Oh yeah, and I'll look at what's his name again? Sequazi?
Sarkeesian.
Sarkeesian. I'm like, hey, I got my little brother coming to watch your kids, man. I'm gonna chuck him a hundo to watch the kids.
All right. I I appreciate it. Hopefully we get this figured out.
Well, Rachel just said that when she ain't coming, like the only reason why she can't watch them tonight is that she's coming to watch the match tonight. She's gonna watch the tickets.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, so you know, so she's gonna come and watch it. Apparently, we got to change up. Uh, we got a we got a 6-man match for the main instead of the regular thing going on. Your guys' match is still going on. You and Paul's match is still going on, but like, yeah, change up at the last minute. I'm about it. And we got. Did I tell you? We picked that Florida wrestler came up.
Mantis.
Manta. Yeah, she. They're coming up here. They're up here now,
That
and
is
they're on the card with us.
I knew that Birdie was supposed to be like lining out the roster. I had no idea she was going to be doing it this soon.
Maybe she likes the idea of the stable. I don't know. Sounds like they're buying on that.
All right.
So this is gonna put this is gonna set us up. I feel good about it, man. Feel good about it.
All right. Well, if it comes down to it, I can kick your ass a couple times.
Yeah, whatever. Come on now. It was good matches. We've had some good ones. Oh man.
All right.
But
Well,
hey, also remember, we family. I always got you. Don't if you got this kind of problem, man, call me, dude. I got you.
all right. All right. I
All
got you.
right. All right. And as soon as my sister there was like, come on, I'll even put on 3-6 Mafia for you.
Okay.
Stop on your knob. That corn on the couch.
I mean, like
You gotta say
he
it correct. It's 2-time Grammy Award winning 3-6 Mafia. You have to
My
respect.
fault.
You gotta-
2-time.
Oscar
Hey.
award winning.
Yes,
Oscar
Oscar.
award winning.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Hey, it was either that or 8 Ball and NJG, but I don't know how we feel about them.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, as you are getting back, you are able to talking to Juno now, switching scenes.
Mhm.
You are able to get your ring gear on, get back, and you're doing the drills. When a couple of the people from the main come out, and they're part of a stable that has been active for a while. This is actually the stable that Sarkeesian is in.
Mhm.
They call themselves the Suits.
Hmm.
And you have literally 4 people in the stable. Sarkeesian is named Spade. You have Troy, that is named Club. And you have Heart and Diamond.
Mm.
As their names, they change their gimmicks to be in this. And literally,
Mm.
the entire gimmick is they wear suits during promos.
Oh, fuck them. I hate this.
And the part you hate the most, for some reason, they have gone viral on social media several times. So they're some of the most popular wrestlers in the promotion. Mostly it's Hart, who is a lightweight wrestler. For the audience, there are 3 divisions within the promotion. Under 200 is lightweight. 200 to 250 is middleweight. And above 250 is heavyweight. Hart is a woman wrestler who is about 175. She's about 5'8". And she comes out to like punk style music. If you are familiar with Poppy, literally I'm thinking of Lessen the
Yeah.
Damage. And she is probably 75% of the reason that the suits have gone viral in the past, because she will do high spot after high spot, multiple rotation moonsaults. Like, her finishing move is a moonsault leg drop. And God, Paul, what's your character's name?
Randall.
Randall has been trying to talk her out of this because he is concerned that if she hits it year after year, she's going to end up with spinal problems. But you have 3 of them who you are going to be facing tonight. coming up to see you.
So we're running
And-
drills. As a side note, we're totally running dojo drills. Like I'm running not American like funsy drills. I'm running dojo stretch drills.
Okay.
For those nerdy wrestling fans at home, different countries train differently. You'll see a lot of drills in the US that are like up over, like jump over, drop down drills. I'm running like chain wrestling spot stretch submission drills, which means we're like transitioning and trying to get that very technical. You know, I don't want to say Suzuki drills, but that's deep cut. But it's very submission movement drills, mat drills, not up over run spots most of the time. So it looks very different than what you'd see in the States. I'm just pointing that out. So being super nerdy.
This is something, Amber, you can decide this for your character. Would you have ever even run drills of this kind before?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay. Then we're going to ask you to give the first in-character roll, since you are doing something for your wrestling persona, to see how you do these drills. What is your character's work stat?
My work stat is a. Oh, fuck. I think I fucked this up. 1 second. I can tell you in 30 seconds.
While we're waiting on Amber, let's discuss the difference between American and Japanese wrestling for a moment. Take your time.
Okay.
You're good. We'll feel better.
My work. Okay, so I get to. Fuck. I forgot to do this. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're gonna put 2 in look, and then we're gonna minus 1 in work. So my work is -1.
Okay, that makes sense for the wrestler you're building.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are going to roll 2d6 and subtract 1.
Yep. Please roll high. You know what? Yep. Thank you for rolling high. That's an 8.
Okay. So you're able to keep up after a while. This is not something that you've done before, but you've done enough chain wrestling, even though you have kind of a non-traditional training, that you were able to pick it up after a while, and you're able to keep up.
Excellent. Hell yeah. Yeah, it there's definitely some huffing and puffing, some like taking a second, like a breather at the turnbuckle. But after some time and getting used to like the rhythm and how these drills go, eventually Juno just meshes right in with the rest of the folks doing these warm-ups.
And it's about. Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say, Paul?
I was gonna say it's not folks doing warm-ups. It's literally just the two of us chain wrestling like that because it's
great
one-on-one training. So basically, you're dealing with somebody who's clearly does this all the time. This is just how he trains. He trains that very technical chain wrestling style, and it's very clear. Like this is how he kind of stretches people and tests them. And you're getting the impression that keeping up is a good thing. Like you being winded, it's to be expected, but you're keeping up. You're not doing anything. You're not falling over your hands and feet. You're not making a fool of yourself. It's clearly like a little bit of a test, but not in that like mean-spirited way. Like he's clearly checking something, but you're not exactly sure what.
Wonderful.
It's probably about 4 or 5 minutes into these drills that the suits come up, and they are actually going to come up to where you're standing at ringside, Jack. Assuming that you're there.
Yeah, I'm just kind of, watching, keeping an eye on things.
Making sure, now in your mind, you might be making sure that Juno doesn't get injured because going back to when you first ran these drills with Randall, it didn't go real well.
No, God, no.
So with that in mind, it's Hart that comes up to you. And how tall is Jack?
I'm gonna say just around maybe 6 foot, 6'1".
Oh, for a monster, we're gonna
Oh,
go
we're going. We're just up there.
yeah. I will give you between 6'6" and 7 feet.
Oh boy, yeah. No, let's do 6'8".
Okay. So you are a foot taller than Hart.
Damn.
And she comes over with the rest of her faction in tow. So, where?
Where?
Otis.
Oh, errand.
Like from the middle of the drills, he went to go pick up Sarkeesian.
Errand.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. All right.
He'll look back to Juno again. This time, take my shoulder, move it here. That should get you the rollover from that position. Right.
Okay. So I wasn't ready for the fact that we're moving from tag to 6-person.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't think we were gonna do that today, but looks like it is what it is.
Okay. All right. So I don't care about the way the rest of the match goes. The only thing I care about is the Asai Moonsault spot. Are you still good with getting that in there?
Jack is gonna kind of look back to the others in the middle of the ring. Just is it good? What are we feeling, Randall?
I'm gonna stop mid drill and like move from like the stretch plum position and help Mantis up and lean the ropes towards them because now I'm part of the conversation. So first I turn to Mantis. I'm like, you're fine for a catch on an acai, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, do the spot. Just have a full pile up rather than just have Jack catch you. It'll look cleaner anyway.
Great. Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
Looks better on the reel. I'm good with that.
Makes you look stronger. It looks better anyway. It's a bigger spot, and I know you love your high spots.
Oh, I mean, yeah. How else are you gonna? Yeah, no.
Then there you go. There's your answer.
They get me.
Mm-hmm.
What better way to do your first showing than to pull something like that off? I mean,
I'm good with it.
What's Hart's actual name? Like,
Hart's actual name is Stacy.
Juno, Stacy, Juno. You'll be working. That's who
Nice to meet
Birdie
you.
moved into the. That's how Birdie moved into the 6-person.
Yeah, we kind of went all in on the faction thing, so now I go by Hart Roberts in the ring.
well, Hart, it's nice to meet you. I see that you all lack conformity, so that's great for you.
It fits
Love
the gimmick.
cohesion. Yeah. The
Uniforms make people scared of you. That's how that works.
Bingo bango.
the yeah, the suits gimmick.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I actually love that there's that moment of like, oh, it's so simple and no one has any idea how it got over. it's going to be Diamond that comes up. Diamond is a middleweight wrestler, about 6'2", 6'3", weighs about 225. One of those wrestlers that gets described as pound for pound stronger than anybody else. And he is going to say, so Heart's got her thing. I'm good with doing the plan. All I want to make sure of is it's never one-on-one in the post-match.
No.
One-on-one looks weak.
Mm-hmm.
All right? That's my thing.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, it should be fine. It should be fine. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Actually, I'm gonna poke Birdie about a background spot beforehand. I have an idea. Just came to mind. I will poke Birdie about that.
All right.
Because I think it'll look better. It'll look better when Otis gets back. I'm gonna have Otis talk to. I have an idea. I think it'll work just fine. It'll be good. It'll be good.
All right. Work your way back around to me. We'll get a plan
All right.
together.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
All right. Did Otis go to get Sark again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, this is a big deal, and this is a common occurrence.
It's not even a big deal. It's just a regular deal.
Yeah. You'll find that around here, things run like a shitty clock.
Always 10 minutes behind.
About right.
Mhm.
Oh, I was going to say right at least twice a day.
No, that's a broken ass clock. It's not broken. I'll be very clear. It is not.
Clock
broken.
ain't broke yet.
I told him that he should just have Freddie watch the kids so he can start training them because they can always piggyback on that second generation stuff. But Sarkeesian doesn't like that idea.
Naturally.
Yeah, that's. What can you do?
Yeah.
Club is a club. Ain't the brightest tool in the tool shed.
Fair enough.
All right. With that, and you are getting ready, we will describe what is about to go on, and then we're going to head to break, come back, and we're going to be in character doing the show. So, you get everything together. You go speak to Birdie, get permission for the spot. There's a couple of things that you have to get specific permission on from the producers of the match. But everything seems to be fine. And everybody is ready to go by the time the lights kick on. Because what is about to happen at Memphis Championship Wrestling is they're about to have their first live internet show.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
And with that in mind, we are going to head to break.
Let's go.
Nice to see you there. Welcome on back to Championship Wrestling Memphis. Before, we were going through the process of preparing the card, and now we are going to the card. Amazing how that works.
Wow.
Wow. Much
Wow.
exciting.
Wow.
So
Incroyable.
a couple of highlights that I want to talk about that happen on this episode before we get to the final two matches, which our wrestlers are in. You have what is typically referred to as the under main event, the second to last match of the night, which Randall will be competing in. And then our other three wrestlers are going to be in a 6-person tag match, which is going to be the main event. The night is going to start off with a promo from the current middleweight champion, the top person in the promotion. And his name is Don Dallas. He has been wrestling for a long time. He is one of those wrestlers that has been saying he's going to retire for years. But in his words, he won't retire until the kids can do it better than he can. Don Dallas is out mostly to have an appearance as the top person in the promotion. What you all know backstage is that Don had been working hurt for a while and is unable to be in any matches until what you are leading up to, the first pay-per-view of the promotion in 6 months. Tonight, you are having the first card of a live internet show. After the big promo from Don, there are a couple of backstage interview segments. A couple of them talk to the people who are going to be your opponents for the night, which are all members of a stable known as the Suits, we discussed in the prior. It is going to be Hart, Diamond, and Spade going up against Otis, Jack, and Juno in the main event. And then Club, Troy Sarkeesian, will be facing off against Randall in the semi-main. There is one other big bit of news. With the announcement of this internet show and the big pay-per-view, which is going to be held in the Coliseum in 6 months, you all would know, because you've been around here for a while, the Coliseum is a 10,000 seat venue. The Lodge is a 1,000 seat venue.
Ooh, shit.
So your goal over the course of this series is going to be to sell that Coliseum show. And I have told the cast this beforehand, but I will be tracking how they do in their matches. And that is going to determine how many seats are sold by the finale, which will be the Coliseum show.
That's not stressful at all.
There's one other big event, and that is the declaration that at the Coliseum, there is going to be a new championship belt. There will be a tournament as well as a battle royal that will take place at the pay-per-view. The winner of the tournament and the winner of the battle royal will go one-on-one to be crowned the inaugural Internet Open Weight Champion. Open weight being
Huh.
anyone can have it across all of the weight divisions. So
That belt is mine.
some of our players have very defined goals.
I wonder.
And there is a question that I absolutely completely spaced on asking you during intros. So I will ask it here as we get ready for the matches. Do your characters have any pre-match rituals that they take part in? How do you prepare? And I will call on people. We'll start with Paul. What does Randall do to prepare for matches?
Randall, much like his style, is very methodical. He does a lot of stretching, like make sure he's very limber, make sure he's very ready to go. He probably about 10 minutes before his match, he like goes and finds a spot that is kind of secluded, puts in some earbuds, listens to what it's clearly like 2 songs that are about 7 minutes long, and then goes up, takes like a bucket of ice, bucket of water, puts his head in it, like shakes it out, puts his hair back, and basically stands next to the curtain ready to go.
Okay. And so you all can prepare for that. Rather than going around now, I think I'm actually going to have you all tell your pre-match before your 6-person tag. So my apologies. We're doing these things on the fly because that's how my brain works. So Randall's music is the first hit.
Mm-hmm.
And you know this. You have actually wrestled many times against Sarkeesian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that you all have 3 heat going into this match.
Mm-hmm.
So your goal before the end of the match will be to get up to +4.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do that, I can then call for the finish. Whoever wins being a positive thing for them, obviously. But it's important to note, not every road is going to have victories all along the way. So,
Legit.
we will have the first match being Troy Sarkeesian versus Randall. What's your character's last name?
The Hydra Harrison. I keep the Hydra moniker. There we go.
Randall the Hydra Harrison.
His very generic baby face, almost Shota Umina-esque, no lyric having intro music hits. He waits for like the 20-second break, comes through the curtain to probably a reasonably sized pop, I would assume, given the opponent and the length he's been in the company, and the fact that he's kind of right now known as the ace of the juniors division. He's like the guy to beat, even if he doesn't have the belt. And
I think we talked about this before, but to establish it on camera, you were the inaugural lightweight champion in the promotion. So
first
you have been here since the doors opened.
Since day one. Day one, kind of perennial babyface-ish character. Comes out, high fives everybody around ringside, kisses babies, shakes hands, does the classic baby face kind of shtick, does the clap, and then the big pop, like as he enters the ring pop, the like almost Minoru Suzuki-esque wait for the moment in the songs, everybody makes a hey moment and then goes between the ropes. Doesn't like post up on the turnbuckles or anything. He's not a high flyer, that's not his style, but he's like gets in the corner, stretches out some, and waits for the club to enter.
And you hear the trademark card shuffle that happens before any of the suits come to the ring. They have different entrance music, but the card shuffle, that's the part that sticks with all of them. And Troy is somebody, he is a little bit taller than you, about, I think you said you were about 5'10"?
5'10".
So Troy is about 6 feet tall. And you are familiar with Troy because in your early lightweight days, Troy had a gimmick where he was perennially at 199 and a half pounds. Even the half was proclaimed as part of his entrance. There were even a couple of times where you tried to sneakily get him in overweight so you would not have to face him.
Yeah. Because the half pound was real suspect.
Yeah. And pretty much everybody knows Troy was always 201.
Yeah.
But Troy has been established in the middleweight division for a longer period of time. And now you are facing off with him in the ring. So I will ask you, how do you think this match would start off?
They're both baby faces, and and Randall wrestles very technical, so it's going to start off with a handshake. It will start off with a basic display of sportsmanship, and given the fact that they know each other, it'll probably start off with the series of like the chain wrestling series of like hold, counter hold, hold, counter hold, like roll under, both of them kip up, and then that exchange where it's clearly two people who know each other incredibly well going at it for the first like 2.5 minutes, where there's that counter wrestling maneuvers, and they're doing it, and it's really come to the point where it's like until one of them makes some sort of mistake. There's probably even one of them pushes one back into the turnbuckle, and there's a clean break, but kind of like the fun head pat type thing into the clean break, into the fun chest pat. Like it's all seems to be in good fun where it all starts off. It's two people who know each other well, have wrestled a bunch, and they don't seem to have any ill will. They're definitely building to whatever they're going to do. I will ask, even though Troy was a lightweight, what is his style? What style does he wrestle?
Troy is mostly a striker.
Okay.
Like he's known as being very heavy. He is one of those people that sometimes he has had matches that are chop battles. And the big story of matches that you've had with him would have been, how do you keep away from the strikes long enough to get him into the hold?
Yeah, I'd say we go like 2.5 of friendly, and then I catch him in like I catch him with like just a classic, hammerlock, and just eat an elbow. Just eat a hard elbow that starts into the Troy beginning to take control of the match from getting a really good solid strike, because I just ate a hard back elbow.
Okay.
To break up.
Let's see who takes control from that spot.
Sure.
Let's both roll just a flat 2d6. And
I have rolled an 8, good sir.
I have rolled a 7. So,
Mm-hmm.
despite the back elbow catching you,
I would say we saw that coming. I would say I saw that back elbow coming due to many matches we have wrestled, and duck under and just suplex drop him on the back of his head. Just high angle suplex after that. Duck under that
Okay.
elbow strike.
So would you call that more of an athletic or more of a work move? I feel like work.
I feel like works fine, yeah.
So you will go ahead and roll 2d6, adding or subtracting your work score.
I have rolled a 7, and my work is at 0, so.
Okay. So that is a success.
Mhm.
But a mixed success.
Yep.
So from here, and I do apologize as I pull up things that I should have had open.
I mean, you're fine. It's our first match of the evening and our first match of the entire chronicle, so I think we're good.
Absolutely. So the standard move is when you get a mixed success, you get to choose between if you want to gain. No, you just gain momentum. So
Okay.
your momentum goes to +1,
Sounds good.
and you give up control of the match.
Yeah.
So after the suplex, you do one of those spots where he comes up against the ropes and looks back at you like
Mm-hmm.
it's getting real.
Mm-hmm.
When you come at him, he is going to actually do a drop toe hold into the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
From there, you would be at the second rope. He would come around, swing to do a tiger fade kick or a 619, however you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
which is a kick to the head through the
The 2 ropes.
top
Mhm.
and middle rope.
Mhm.
You know this as a setup for a flying forearm that he does.
Yep.
And we will see how that goes. Okay. He rolled an 8.
Mhm.
So it does go well for him. He is able to hit the flying forearm. And after that spot, he does a little bit of hamming toward the crowd,
Mhm.
which allows you to regain control of the match.
Mhm.
So, what would you like to go for from there?
He went ahead and I think I'm going to start working a limb, as even though I might be the ace, I wrestle very technically. So if he's foolish enough to turn his back on me, I'm going to be a little bit more vicious, and I'm just going to chop block him in the knee
Okay.
to start working the leg.
Okay. So, chop blocks, are you thinking when he gets up, dragon screw type?
Oh no, if he goes to ham to the crowd, like I roll up in the corner, and I'm just going to go straight for the chop block when he turns his back to me.
Okay.
Because it's gotten real. We've stopped moving on from the like I'm going to counter move this. Like he was foolish enough to play to the crowd rather than to realize I'm still not in a vulnerable spot.
So I think in this situation, maybe roll plus real.
Sounds good to me. That will be a 10 when I add my real to it.
Okay. So you are able to hit very hard. Would you want to put this under the work real stiff moniker? Like,
Yeah, sure,
you're
we can
not
do that.
actually injuring, but part of the story is that you are doing that. So
Mhm.
you would get to pick two. You can injure your opponent. You can say that the match is booked to end in a no contest. Your opponent loses -1 audience, or you gain +1 audience, and you get 2 of those.
I'm gonna go injure and +1 audience.
Okay. So in this chop block, you catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for whatever reason, maybe he didn't hear you coming, but
Mm-hmm.
it catches him hard.
Mm-hmm.
And you are able to take control of the match.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go from there?
Let's see. I think we're gonna move and continue because we're maintaining control. I think we want to build up a little bit more momentum, so we're gonna move from the chop block into a dragon into like the because he's on his back, so we're gonna move to the grounded dragon screw because you already brought up the dragon screw leg whip. Might as well do the one on the ground and move it from there. We're gonna keep working that leg. Everyone knows one of my signatures is that reverse that Boston Crab reversal, and so being able to break that out could get me the win if he's not doing great.
And I will say, even you probably have hit that before. One of his signature moves is a PK, a penalty kick.
Yeah, and just
So
roll
you
through
have
it right into that. Yep.
rolled through and done that many times before.
Mm-hmm.
So you have started to work the crowd, or work the leg, rather. Do you do any calls to the audience, or are you going 100% in?
I'm probably going 100% in right now. I'm not going to work the audience until maybe another move or two. Because, like,
Fair enough.
if he's selling the leg, it's going to look better if I work it. Because going immediately to play to the crowd feels like bad ring psychology at this point in time because I just caught him working the crowd. That
That's
just
fair.
makes me look silly.
So you have started to work the leg. You have done the dragon screw from the seated position. You now have the opportunity to go for a big move. So,
Mhm.
what would you like to do from there?
I will probably hook him in for the first submission with a cloverleaf.
Okay. All right. Then go ahead and roll plus work.
That is only a 7.
Okay. So he's able to get to the ropes on the clover leaf, but you do get that +1 momentum. So
Mhm.
if you get control again, you can bring it up to +4 heat.
Yeah.
I think from there, it's probably one of those situations where you come in, he does an elbow smash over the top rope and ends up going in for a modified tornado DDT.
Mhm.
Like, he slips in through the ropes and goes for that move to kind of create some separation.
Sounds good.
And he is able to do that and maintain momentum with a 10.
Nice.
So he has control at this point. He's going to use his ability to bring the heat up. So you all are at +4 heat at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not going for the victory because his finisher is a 450, a top rope
Mm-hmm.
move. and you have taken his leg out from under him. So he is trying to figure out an alternative. In that, he is going to do a couple of corner spots. Something to note: fists, closed fists, immediate disqualification in this promotion. So he does not go for that. It's a lot of palm strikes. He does a few chops. Goes into a series of machine gun chops. But he is not able to maintain the momentum from that to keep control of the match. So after you're hit by the machine gun chops, how do you regain control of the match?
He goes in for like the series of machine gun chops, and towards the end, I'm gonna go ahead and I have fighting spirit as a move.
Okay.
I feel like this is a good time to use that. We're working the match. We've got the machine gun chops. He goes to start the machine gun chops again, and I do the arm wrench into the, like, duck down, grab the arm, do the arm wrench directly into the turnbuckle, bouncing him off the turnbuckle.
Okay.
Like that just super hard counter that looks really awful, but actually doesn't hurt that much.
I would actually say if you want to do that, you could lead that into your signature if you chose.
Yeah, sure, I can do that and lead that into the signature. Like his head hits the turnbuckle, turn around and hit him with the gotch style pile driver.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the rules that we have is they have signatures that whenever they choose to use them, they get an additional +1 the first time they pull it out in a match. So going for the gotch style pile driver, you would get a +1 to this roll.
Oh, I like that. That's an 11.
Okay. This is where I tell you Randall has been booked to win this match.
Nice. Good to hear.
So, from this point, would you describe what your finishing move is?
I use a Dragon Sleeper and or Skull End. If you've been watching Sonata recently, it's that reverse sleeper chokehold. So I'd say that he hits the gotch, at which point in time, Club rolls over a bit for it, and he just locks it on, and it's just a pass out victory. It's not even like a, tap. Like
we have to
no?
determine that because that one
Okay.
you roll a straight 2d6.
Sure. But he slaps on the hold. That is an 8.
Okay. So you will choose one. It makes you both look strong, gain +1 heat with each other. You don't need that. Or they almost had you, they gain +1 audience.
Well, they didn't almost have me, we see. That,
yeah.
So
we can say it makes you look strong. It's one of those where you get him in the sleeper. He almost gets to the ring ropes. You do the roll back to
roll
get
it
him
back
back
over
to the center. And you get the pass out victory. So the winner by technical submission is the Hydra. Now, at the end of this match, Freddie is the person that does like the interview segments, person that we talk to later, and he is going to come up and say, "So, how do you feel about just getting this victory over such a storied rival?"
I've faced Club time and time again when he made weigh in, when he didn't make weigh in, when he came out and tried to take away my spot at the top of the lightweight division. And he's moved up in the world. He's declared himself a middleweight. He's chasing bigger and better titles. And I think tonight this proves I should do the same. I have carried the lightweight division on my back since day one. I am the first lightweight champion. No one can ever take that away from me. But Don's been out here talking about how he can't let the gold go until somebody steps up. I've been here since day one too, Don. I've been stepping up, and I'm sincerely absent from the voices that you've been calling out. So I'm going to put my name in the hat, and I'm looking for you, and I'm coming for you, because I'm stepping out of the lightweight division into the middleweight division, and I've held gold once, and I'll do so again.
Fantastic. So for that, to get the response from the crowd, you're going to roll plus look.
Okay. That is with my look, because I rolled 2 3s. With my look, it makes me actually have a 7. Because yay, look.
Okay. So you get to pick one, and it is up to you which one you would pick. You can make creative, book you in a match. You can add a stipulation to a relevant match. You can have the subject of your promo come out to respond to you, or you can gain 1 heat with the subject of your promo.
I'm going to gain 1 heat with the subject of my promo.
Okay.
I'm going to start building that as the long-term goal.
You are going to put on your sheet then, because both you and Don Dallas are faces.
Mm-hmm.
So you have no heat currently. But now, after this promo, you have plus 1 heat.
There you go.
Fantastically done. And you have dispatched Troy Club Sarkeesian. And that leads us into the main event. The main event being Sam Spade Bowman, Diamond Rob Stark, and Hart Roberts versus our group here. So, the suits are actually going to be the first ones that come out. And it has that signature card shuffle at the start of their entrance. It feels a bit more corporate than traditional face music might, but you can definitely see that Hart and Diamond especially are crowd favorites. They spend almost as much time as Randall did interacting with the fans getting to the ring. But after that, it's time for our 3-person team. So who of you would come out first, do you think?
I want to say Otis.
Yeah, I'll come out first.
That's fair.
Yep. So, do you want us to do our pregame thing first? Or?
Yeah.
That's
all right. So talk about your pregame,
like,
and then describe your
all right, intro. Cool. So like anybody who's in it, like he's just chilling. He's got his headphones on. He's probably listening to some hip hop, rap, that kind of stuff, and then he's like, "Showtime!" And I want to describe what he looks like, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
As he's getting ready to go on, he is. He's got a black bandana around his face. He dons like a like punk style vest, but nothing underneath it because he's got to show off the maps. and it's got the giant anarchy sign on the back, right? And he's walking out, but to keep with his roots, he's got baggy jeans and black Nikes, black Air Force Energy. And when he comes up and he comes out and the music starts playing, it's the T-Pain version of War Pigs, and he comes out right when he starts singing, and he's just doing one of these grand walks, just playing to the crowd, you know, the hero that you didn't want but you need type kind of attitude. Booze, if there's booze, there's booze. Cheers, cheers. He loves it all, you know. And when he gets to right when the guitar drops and it's dun dun dun, he jumps in the middle, and he jumps in the middle of the ring, and he just points and just shakes his head at the three. He's like, "Corporate suits, what are you doing?" And he just puts on his shades, and he moves to his corner.
All right. So, because you did such a job of hamming it up, I want you to go ahead and roll plus real.
Oh no, I only got a 0 in real. I think I need to
That's
put.
way better than
No,
negative.
I
Let's
got
be
one.
really clear.
I got one.
No.
I got one. I got a +1. All right, I got a +1 in that. That would be an 8.
Okay. So, the response is really quite good. You don't get as over of a response as the suits do, but you do get a fair number of people that are into what you're selling.
Yeah.
Okay. From
Oh,
there,
my fault. I was gonna say, does my amazing entrance thing that I have in one of my moves, does that help at all?
oh, what is that?
It's one of my starting moves. Yeah, the production behind your entrance overshadows everyone else. Plus, roll plus audience when you make your first entrance in the episode. On a 7 and 9, gain momentum at the start of each episode. Type kind of thing.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you rolled a 7 and 9, so you can gain
Yeah.
+1 audience from that.
Yeah, let's go.
For our audience, gaining audience is how they get advancements. Which, oh, before I forget, Paul, you would also get +1 audience.
Okay. So I'm at 2 from the match then.
Okay. So, from there, do you think Jack or Juno would come out next?
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of feel like we would leave Juno for last as like
That's
a
fair.
big shocker, big surprise.
I was thinking the same, especially giving, being called up from the bottom.
That's fair. So, Jack, would you please
All right.
describe your entrance and your pre-match rituals if you have it?
I feel like for pre-match, Jack has claimed one of the furthest showers in the locker room and kind of retreats there and just stands under the water with like just soundscapes, waterfalls, birds, crickets late at night. It's odd to hear it echoing from the back of the back of the showers, but it's his go-to. He gets himself ready. Nothing fancy in terms of outfit. He just kind of pulls on a plaid shirt that the sleeves have been ripped off of from, I think, one of his first matches here. Kind of likes to bring it out every now and again if there's something new, if there's something that he's doing for the first time, he wants to make a statement. And that shirt is his statement piece. So he brings that out. as far as his music goes, it's just like a nice, like Appalachian, like guitar piece. He kind of walks out. In one hand, he kind of brings a piece of firewood. That once he kind of gets out, he kind of brings it up to his chest, digs his fingers in, and tears it in two, dropping it to either side and proceeding forward. Makes eyes with the suits, says nothing because to him they are nothing, and walks to his corner, reaches out for a handshake with Otis,
Oh
and
yeah, he daps you up.
yeah, and prepares to do war, to do
Can I just
battle.
can I just say when he rips that, he does Otis does the classic like high kick run, just hamming up his teammate. Like, look at him, look at that.
Yeah, just like like that's my man. That's Otis. Yeah, I love you, bud.
I won't have you do this every time, but since it is the first time, would you please roll plus body on pulling the wood apart?
Of course I can. My fancy body score. Ooh. That's an 11.
Okay. Like into splinters.
Yes. Exactly
You
what. Yes, perfect.
you
Do you straight Captain America?
establish.
Do you Captain America like the log just straight from the movie?
Yes.
Just
Oh, exactly.
Yeah,
Just dig it in and just rip it.
I love that for you. Okay. So last but not least, the surprise on the card, because you were not in the promotion long enough for them to make an announcement that you would be here. Juno, what are your pre-match rituals and what does your entrance look like?
Mantis's pre-match rituals are fairly simple. Putting in a pair of wireless earbuds to completely tone out the sound of everything around them. They play like like binaural beats for meditation and just to get them out of their head and kind of out of their body and let instinct take control here. They've rolled out a really squishy Manduka yoga mat so that they can go through several cycles of Sun Salutation C, which is the long one, like the long one. So that they're really focused on, again, connecting the mind, body, connecting their breath with their movements, which has helped them feel a lot more grounded and a lot more focused when they get inside the ring. It's a little hokey, it's a little new agey, right? But I mean, if it works, it works. And yeah. So after 2 or 3 rounds of Sun Salutation C, they hop off their mat, roll it back up, shove it in their locker, and pop their earbuds out. They get dressed in their vibrant, again, acid green costume with like purple iridescent scaling, like where in the light it's almost feels like a trick of the light when they catch the purple scaling all on the spandex that adorns this bodysuit. There's some like light webbing almost that creates like webbed portions in between like the arms and the knees, which adds like a little bit more resistance, but also like a tiny bit of to help movement on their costume. So they stroll out confidently as if they've been part of this promotion for decades, to Birth in Reverse by St. Vincent. It is a rollicking, discordant, and crashing song at the very beginning of it. that kind of speaks to the like acidic kind of spitting character of Mantis that they embody as they stroll up. They don't say a single word as they come up. They don't cut a promo. They don't, nothing. They're just here to make an impression for this first appearance in the ring, and it's going to be an appearance. They just take in the sounds of the crowd, whatever it may be. Kind of take a moment when they get to the end of the runway and finally feel like the excitement and the joy of what it's like to be at this level of of, of a promotion, and then grab the fucking ropes and hop right the fuck on it.
Nice. So at this point, I will introduce a mechanic for Worldwide Wrestling. We didn't so much have an announcer or a broadcast team for the first match because I wanted to focus on the technical side of things. But also, it is a rotating position. We have 3 people from the cast that are in the match. So, the other person would be Paul. Would you please introduce, because I think you had a name in mind
I
for
do.
okay.
Chuck Swicehammer, the voice of Championship Wrestling from Memphis, here to walk you through this match, this main event caliber. We've got new, exciting individuals here. We've got well-established stars. We've got one of our number one stables, the Cards, here to try to do it to it. And they are against one of the monsters that has been dominating the heavyweight division for the past 6 months or so, just squashing everyone that gets in his way in Lumberjack, and the ever rambunctious Otis. Can never be held down, loud, outspoken, sometimes rumored to be an arsonist. This man cannot be contained. Mantis, the newcomer, if you've not seen, you can check it out at YouTube/Mantis. Many of the matches that we have seen that have brought them to our door here in Memphis. We're happy to join us all tonight. This is to be one hell of a knocker slobber. And we are here to get this thing underway.
Making
I
sure to
follow that
avoid
out
the
with
slobber
words?
knocker trademark.
I know, right? Jesus Christ.
I was like, how am I
Incredible.
supposed to follow that out when it's my turn? Damn.
I know, fuck.
So,
Leave some talent for the rest of us, Paul. Jesus.
Don't be mad at my black excellence. Don't be mad.
Damn.
Hey,
I'm sitting here
no.
like, damn.
Absolutely not mad at the black excellence. I'm just mad that I can't come off the cuff like that. Damn.
I was like, that's amazing.
So
Put your 10,000 hours of fandom in. You'll be there in no time. I can
All right.
watch a bunch of matches with you. I'm happy to sit back down and watch some classics.
honestly, that is the incredible thing. Paul probably has many more hours than I do in wrestling, and I absolutely love it. So you have the 3 of you going up against Heart, Diamond, and Spade. It looks like they are going to start out with Spade in the ring, who is their heavyweight. Who would you all like to put forward?
Oh, Lumberjack's got to go against the heavyweight versus heavyweight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure, get
Hoss
me in.
versus Hoss.
Let's fucking go.
It looks like we'll be starting the evening off with a Hoss battle with meat slapping meat here tonight. It's going to be a big one.
That it sounds made up, but meat slapping meat is a major thing in wrestling.
Ay, ay.
So you work this out with Spade. Sam Bowman is known for being a heavy hitter. And much like his stablemate Troy, does enjoy a good chop battle.
Oh yeah, I was also just gonna suggest that.
So we can start this out. I actually am going to have you both roll plus body,
Okay.
and whoever gets higher is going to get the better of their opponent in this chop for chop battle.
Sounds good.
The action tonight starts off with a giant pork chop sandwich being served to you, and it's going to continue.
Oh my god. I don't know how we're gonna make it through this, honestly. Okay. Let's see. So adding body to that, I'm at 13.
Okay,
That's a roll.
Yeah.
that is much better than the 10 that was rolled
Whew.
by Sam, because he does have +2 to body as well.
Yeah.
But
Some
after a couple of, knife edge chops, the kind of backhanded chop that you start out with, going to say you probably break out like an open hand chop that just echoes in the
Oh yeah.
lodge.
Just the clap of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say these chops were Austrian in origin, giving you the Walter-esque treatment.
God damn it.
Now, with that, Sam is going to head back and tag out to Diamond Rob Stark. Now, I will ask you, first of all, give yourself +1 momentum.
Okay.
But would you like to stay in or tag out to one of your teammates?
I might stay in for a second just to exchange a little bit with Hart before tagging out.
This is Spade.
Oh, did Spade just tag out?
Oh, not Spade. Diamond. God,
Diamond.
the names are going to
Oh,
kill me.
Diamond's in. Oh, okay.
Diamond, the pound for pound strongest man in championship wrestling from Memphis. It's gonna be interesting to see how this monster and this can fare against his strength.
The addition of "from" to the name of the organization, I love it so much. Okay, so Rob is not going to get into a chop battle with you. He knows better than that. But he is going to go for a lot of combination strikes. So, since no one has established control as of yet, I want you to go ahead and make another body roll as you try to defend and hopefully counterattack these strikes.
Yeah, that's a 4. I was
Okay.
riding high for a little too long.
So, all that means is that Rob is able to get the better of you.
Yeah,
And
figured as
you are
much.
able to retreat back to your corner after some combination strikes.
It
Who would
looks
you
like
like
the
to tag
strike
in?
from Diamond are cutting this lumberjack down to size.
Yeah, I feel like it's I'll probably stumble my way back and let's see. Yeah, I think I'll tag Otis in.
As
Okay.
soon as you tag Otis, he does the rope pull and jumps over the ropes, ready to go. He's like, "Yeah, let's go," because we're both in the middleweight. He's been wanting to get back at Diamond for a minute.
That's fair. Okay. So from that, I think Diamond has established, since there was a difference in roles,
Mm-hmm.
Diamond's got control.
Yep.
So going to go for a straight collar and elbow tie up.
Okay.
Move in, do the leapfrog, the drop down, and then he is going to do something that he has done many times before. Is as you go off the ropes, do just a cheeky super kick.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
let's see how that goes.
Otis has entered the ring fired up. Hopefully, that's the only thing he sets on fire tonight. And we will see, drop down, step over, and super kick. We're not sure how effective it is based on those rolls here in a moment.
It is a 7 to 9. So, well, it is a 9. So it's in the 7 to 9 range. So he is going to gain 1 momentum and hand over control of the match to you.
Okay.
So what would you like to do from there?
So when he does that kick, I want to say he gets it. He does this like stumble, but when he like does a turn and turns his back, and then as he turns, he just does that mid chest kick. It's a kick for kick type situation to try and gain the control back through that way.
Okay.
So what do I need to roll for that?
You establish control in that moment because it was
Mhm.
given up to you. What would you like to go for now that you've got done that
right.
straight chest kick to establish control?
Is he so if he now that he's established, he's gonna go kind of back into his football thing. And now I'm making this up as I go, and he wants to throw him into the ropes, and then when he comes back, hit him with the chest like a tackle, like a shoulder check, shoulder check.
Shoulder tackle is the move you're looking for.
Yeah, shoulder tackle.
So, do you want to do this as like a sequence where you're doing like one big one, then another one?
Yeah,
and
like
then,
I'm
lead up to the
lead. Yeah, I want to lead it up. I'm establishing that I'm kind of like a showman type thing, and so like it's one of those like boom, boom, and then bam, to get him down.
Okay. So I think this would be a plus work
Okay. All right. That's
or
just
plus body if you
I'm gonna
have.
take work.
Okay.
Take work.
I thought so. I couldn't remember the anti-hero offhand, but I thought so.
It's -2. It's -2.
Yeah.
That is a 7. Man, I am not rolling good today.
Hey, 7's good.
Okay.
So at this point, you're able to get the shoulder tackle in. You're moving back to a standard situation.
Okay.
And Diamond is out of the ring. Like, rolls out, is like taking a second. When Diamond gets back in, he tags Hardit.
After that quick exchange and the Otis, his history as a high school football athlete showing through once again, he maintains power. And it looks like we have a quick tag to Hart, bringing in the fastest member of the suits.
All right. I will stay in for right now to see if I can gain momentum because I want to set up for Mantis to get in.
Okay. All right. So from there, Hart is going to go in like she is going to do a shoulder tackle battle with you,
Mm-hmm.
except she is going to like go under and sweep your feet.
Of course, yeah.
So a similar sequence occurs, but with a
Yep.
different end. And we will see she's not the greatest worker, but she is able to work enough. She does give up control of the match, but she
Mhm.
gets +1 momentum. You kind of face plant, able to roll up after.
Mhm.
What would you like to do getting control of the match back?
As soon as I roll back up to my feet, also, did I get a momentum boost on that? Just with my last
On the previous one you did.
previous one. Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of where I'm at on momentum.
Yeah.
All right. So when she does that, I face plant, and I think I show off my athlete, and then I what's that? What's that thing? The run up and then basically grab him and like slam him back, like kind of like we both slam. I slam on the back, I put her on her face type thing. I
That
can't
would be a
remember.
flatliner in theory.
Yeah, flatliner in theory. Okay.
You have named a combination of moves depending on what direction you're falling, or about 3 different moves. But
I'm
if you are
falling.
falling
I'm
onto your
basically
back,
falling. I'm falling onto my back, and I'm putting it, and I want to take.
you're bringing her down with you. That's a flatliner.
Yeah. I want to flat. Yeah.
Okay.
So more rope work, more like this, because we're both like high energy showmen. I'm feeling so it's like
Yeah.
it's more that rope work and then that setup, and I guess I'll ham it up like I hurt myself to go and after that. Try to tag my mantis in.
And I think it would make sense for it to be one of those. She would do a springboard off of like the middle rope, and
Mhm.
you would catch her in the
Into the
flatliner.
flatliner.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, so-
go ahead and roll plus work on that.
All right. Ooh, a 9. Let's go.
Okay.
Almost a 10.
So you do get +1 momentum from that.
Ooh, we got 3 guys.
And I will say this, if you want to do a tag out, I will let you do your move to increase the heat before doing that.
Oh, so like my high flyer?
Yeah.
Oh, well then we got to. So as soon as I see that she's falling there, I'm up on that turnbuckle, and I'm flying off just like this, ready to go full ham into it.
Okay.
All right.
So with that, you would be spending that 2 momentum to increase the heat by 1. If you want to do that.
You know what? No, I'm gonna tag out. I want our girl to have her time. So I hit that, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this as I get up, and I do one of these, and I just do the exaggerated tag to get Mantis in as I roll out at the bottom of the thing of the
Okay.
turnbuckle.
Yeah, they tag your hand and just launch themselves just deftly in the air, almost like a box jump from the floor to like where the ring is, so that they can hold onto the ropes and launch themselves in. And I would love to use my starting move. Okay. Okay, hold on. I do have a starting move. It's called Seen It All. You've wrestled in every kind of venue and against every kind of opponent there is. When you're in a match with a stipulation, gain 1 momentum at the beginning of the match. Does this match have a stipulation?
Technically, it does because it's a multi-person match. So,
Wow.
yeah.
There we fucking go. So is our momentum now 4?
Well, you have separate momentum pools,
Oh,
but
okay.
each of you, depending on where your audience is, start with at least 1 momentum.
Okay. So where would my momentum be then?
Next to your moves, you would have a spot where it tells you what your starting audience is. I think you're at a +1 to start, so you would
Okay,
have
yeah.
1 momentum to start out with.
Okay. And
So
then
you would have 2 momentum, which means you could spend it for heat.
okay. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So at this, hold on. Now I need basic moves. Okay. I would love to okay. Okay. I would love to do an athletic feat when you demonstrate extraordinary strength or athletic ability, roll body. Yeah, I just want to see if I can just go in guns blazing with this brave elbow.
The roaring elbow.
Roaring elbow. Got
Roaring elbow.
it. Roaring elbow. Brave elbow sounds sick as hell though. That's like a Pokemon move.
You can call it the brave elbow if
You
you
can call
want.
it the brave elbow.
I'm calling it the brave elbow.
So
bitch.
this is a signature move that you're busting out since you
Yeah.
have control in the match. You get a +1 on top of your normal, and I think you as call up, you have your plus is on look.
Yeah.
So you would end up then, since you're going for body, you would just have a flat roll to make with your +1 from signature.
All right. Oh, let's go. That's an 11.
Nice. Okay. So you come in and you get in like a back and forth striking contest with Hart and end up going back to the ropes, coming in with your discus elbow, and you knock Hart flat on her ass.
One of these. This is more punk than they are.
It seems that Mantis is even Masawa-esque in their elbow strikes, bringing forth a burning and or brave, in this case, from my understanding, elbow, knocking Hart down. We'll see if she has the courage to continue.
Oh, Hart, are you taking a beating?
Okay.
Let's
Going
get into
in
that
for the
heel.
heel.
Let's go.
If that's the case, you actually
Don't let me break you, little Hart.
Let's go ahead and have you roll plus look.
Yeah.
Let's see how the audience is responding.
That is a 9.
Okay.
With some booze.
So you get to...
I'll take some booze. Your
That's what they're for.
booze.
I think in this case, it makes the most sense to have you gain 1 heat, which is basically like upending the need for momentum. For the record, I am keeping this as a heat between the two sides rather than between individual people. So you would be at +3 at this point.
Okay,
meaning
plus 3
one more
heat.
heat before you go for the finish, essentially.
Okay.
And Hart is going to tag out to Diamond. And Diamond will go strike for strike with you if you would like to do that. You do on the 11 that you got maintain control though, so you can decide what you would like what sequence you would like to go for.
Okay. I think I would like to go first. And I would like to spend 2 momentum. I would like to go first, do something underhanded to get what I want, spend 2 momentum, and I get to pick one of the 4. And I
This
think
is
I want to
from
leave.
the heal moves.
Yes. And I think I want to leave Diamond leaving helplessly lying on the floor.
Okay.
So
So
I think I want to put them like in a leg lock of some sort. Listen, I told you. This character is built like a brick shit house. They got powerful thighs. They got the thighs that every horny anime boy wants in a thick goth GF. So they're the thighs that I fucking want. So let's go. Mantis is gonna take Diamond and put them in a leg lock. And sweep their feet out from underneath them. The second that they take the ring, and try to subdue them in such a way that they're left lying helplessly on the floor.
okay. I think from this, maybe it would be a good idea as a callback to the previous match. For some reason, the leg lock that you apply is a Texas cloverleaf. Now, within that, how did you? What underhanded move did you do? For instance, did you take the turnbuckle pad off and like hit Diamond into the turnbuckle? Did you do a thumb to the eye? Something along those lines.
Otis distracts the referee and you kick them between the legs. There's lots of underhanded
Yes,
awful
yes.
moves.
Otis would definitely do that for you.
I think I actually have a foreign object hidden in my sleeve.
Okay.
And I would like
Foreign
to.
object.
I'm sorry?
I said classic undescribable foreign object. It's something taped that you hit someone with.
Yeah, exactly. I think something like a pencil or like something kind of sharp, but it's not gonna like actually hurt you. But I think the thing that like really subdues this guy is foreign object to like the Achilles tendon.
Okay. So
That's really oh, I hate that. I'm so sorry.
Ugh.
But I'm thinking
For-
like this character.
for some reason, I'm imagining like nope, never mind. I'm not going to say what I was imagining. I'll tell you all later.
Hell yeah.
But you are able to strike at the Achilles. You have control of this match, and you have Diamond in this Texas Cloverleaf. Now, at this point is what I like to call a schmoz, where the suits get in the ring. Y'all get in the ring. The suits to break Diamond out of the hold. The rest of you to stop them from doing that. What move high impact move would, let's say Otis, what would you go for that you are hitting on Spade?
Oh,
Are we
you
going into a
know,
waterfall? I'm just
oh,
asking.
we already know. If there's a smile, he's getting on that. I'm spending my momentum now, and I'm doing my finisher. So I'm gonna just do. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So you do a rope walk into your finisher because it's to a standing opponent. It's more
Yeah.
like a cross body, but still very
Mm-hmm.
impressive to do.
Very impressive for a guy this size to be doing that.
Let's go ahead and have you roll a flat 2d6 to see if you're able to take Spade out of the match.
Nope. He caught me. I got a 4.
Okay. So
Does
he
Spade Samoa
catches
Joe
you,
no look him? Oh, he catches him. Yes.
and Spade is going to do one of those ridiculous shouldn't be able to do it type moves that super heavyweights sometimes do. He is going to do a standing moonsault to land on you in a power slam position. Now, that leads to Jack. What are you well, first I need to roll for Sam. He's able to do it, but he leaves an opening. Jack, what would you like to do with that opening?
What kind of an opening are we talking about?
He kind of like from the press is on like his hands and knees in the ring after delivering the move. So he would be in kind of a prone position.
Might I recommend running up and just kicking him in the face? That is
I
very
was-
big for monsters.
I was thinking something with boots.
Axe
Don't
to the
you-
face.
Well, here's a question. We talked about you doing a big boot. Do you have a big boot signature that you would like to do?
I do, I think.
The action is
Yeah.
fast and heavy here. Otis attempted to cross body. He's caught by Diamond and immediately put into a moonsault press as Diamond sits up and
Yeah, so I'm just, you know what? What if I kind of I'm assuming that at first we had kind of split apart to go towards Spade and Diamond, and Otis took Spade, and I noticed what was going on, beelined it for Spade instead of Diamond, and I'll see if it's possible to kind of skid across with like a knee to the ear and like get him in the side of the head.
a V
Right
trigger
in
S.
the ear.
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead and roll plus body.
Also, let's see. Can I? Where's my sheet?
I love the fact that every time I try to do a flying move in a tabletop game, I've yet to land one ever.
Eventually, you're gonna get one.
I'm gonna get it, but I mean, I've been doing this for 4 years, have yet to land one.
Okay, I've got an 8.
Okay. So you were able to knock Spade down,
Yes.
leaving Heart. Diamond was the one in the leg lock.
Oh, okay.
But
Apologize.
Heart is able to break up the move.
Damn.
However, let's see. No one is in control at that point. This is kind of the time in a lot of indie matches where super kick after super kick lands. So you can say move after move lands. Everyone is essentially out.
This
So
is what's known as a waterfall. For those of you on
Mm.
the insider wrestling jargon, you hit a bunch of quick sequential moves, henceforth leaving the audience with gasp after gasp, leaving usually only one or no one standing.
So after the waterfall, let's have everybody roll plus body to see who stands up to be able to be tagged in.
Not me.
I think you're
Absolutely
making
not
the
me.
tag because you are the legal person right now still.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, I hope it's you because I got 0, a fat 0, because I rolled a 2, double ones. I'm out.
Fuck.
Oh.
So it is Jack.
Yeah, I
It
was
is
gonna say I have
Jack.
a 7.
Yeah,
Like,
I rolled a 4.
Oh
So
boy.
You're the active wrestler. You can't tag yourself, weirdly enough.
Okay.
fair enough.
that's how you tag yourself.
But what that means is we have +3 heat, and we have Jack versus Spade because Spade was the one to
yeah.
come up.
Mm.
So you said you rolled a 7,
Yes.
which that was higher than Spade. Everyone was rolling awful. I got 2 rolled 3s and rolled 4.
Ooh.
Damn.
Wow.
So you are in control.
Okay.
Would you like to go for a signature move?
It looks like the butcher shop is open because the meat is back in the ring.
Damn it. Okay. Trying to think of what the best way would be to get this guy down because we're both huge.
Yeah.
Um,
A spear. You're a big guy. Just spear the other big guy. It is the classic
Good.
big guy. Throw your body. It looks impressive, and it's terrifying. In all honesty, it's terrifying when 2 monsters do that. Pounce also works pretty well, which is just kind of a running shoulder tackle.
Yeah, actually, I might start to do that. Running and knocking him into the ropes to try and prepare him for a finisher.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go.
All right. Go ahead and roll plus body.
Eight.
Okay. So you are able to get plus to momentum. You don't maintain control. But you're able to back Sam up into the corner. And let's see. He is going to go back for an overhand chop, but he actually leaves himself wide open. Do you have at least 2 momentum available?
I do.
If you would like to spend 2 momentum, that would bring you up to +4 heat.
Sure. Let's go for it.
Okay. Then it is at this point where I tell you that you are booked to win the match.
Perfect.
So go ahead. What is your finishing move?
So, been thinking about it, and I was trying to figure out how to do some kind of clothesline finisher, some kind of knock him just flat on his back.
Big guy lariats are classic. You can just call it a lariat. Stan Hansen is a good example to watch. That's kind of the classic big guy lariat.
Yeah.
Super big in Japan. Bradshaw used the clothesline from hell forever, and he was a big dude. You can get a lot of just lariato, just big clubbing lariat.
There is one version of a lariat that I feel like might hit well with your lumberjack persona.
Okay.
And that would be what is called a short arm clothesline.
That was actually the one that I was looking at on originally on the little list I have. So yeah, if that works,
That
yeah,
would work.
he'd probably call it the Lumberfell just to knock it down,
Okay.
knock him down, shout, scream timber, and watch him fall.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I have to make this suggestion.
Okay,
Calling the move timber.
Yeah.
just timber.
Just
Yeah.
timber.
That works for me.
Mhm.
That works for me. Simple
So
sometimes is
go
the best
ahead.
option.
You will roll a 2d6 flat,
Okay.
and we will see how you do.
Ooh. 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna be cheatsy right now and use that announcer thing that we did not talk to the audience about.
We didn't talk to the audience
we
about.
didn't,
Secrets.
but I'm gonna do it to upgrade because I'm gonna be that cheatsy.
Once per move per wrestler, or once per match per wrestler, the announcer can bump up. It's called selling. So, would you like to give the call from what is your guy's first name? The
Chuck
announcer.
Slyhammer.
That guy.
Chuck Slyhammer.
What is the call that you give to put over timber?
And there it is again, ladies and gentlemen. Timber and another large opponent falls to Jack. Lumberjack. He sends another one to the mill.
I'm good with that.
That's fantastic.
Send another
So,
one.
with that, you gain +1 audience. I am going to give that to each person on your team. That is for hitting your finisher clean. But the fight doesn't end there. In fact, it starts to get less and less controlled because you all are fighting against the suits. It looks like there is a camera to the back to see why, after a moment, Sarkeesian is not coming out to help fellow suits. But Sarkeesian is found with a steel chair laying on the ground next to him. And it's at that moment when Randall hits the curtain. And the announcer in this case, I'm going to just say that Freddie is also part of the commentary desk because that makes things easy on me. He is going to say, look, the ace of the lightweight division seems to be coming to the aid of the suits. Would you, Paul, like to describe what happens next?
So Randall will get in the ring, square up as the smudge is about to the fight is about to pull for bore, and then he'll just blast Hart in the lower back and immediately push her towards Mantis as he goes and kicks because let's see, Spade is down from the thing, as he then goes and kicks Diamond directly in the knees. He's just feeding Hart to Mantis for another one of those elbows is what it looks like.
Just eating it up. So
Okay, it's my go.
well, yeah, you just gotta hit the the move.
Okay, then so we're booked to win the match.
Oh, the match is over. This is
Match is over.
post-match at this point.
This is a post-match situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, sorry, I'm just looking at my moves that are available to me. Okay. Actually, I would like to cut a promo. I just come as the new guy in town. I'll take the mic and I will cut a promo and I will just say, Memphis, it has been a real pleasure to get to know your city over the course of the past several hours, but I am outright disappointed with the quality of the so-called heels that you all are fostering here in this ring. We have these suits who, what do they stand for other than press lapels and pretending to be punk girls, but really they're just maggots? No, really, I've never been more disappointed in a set of heels than I have tonight. You give real disrespect and dishonor to what it actually means to be playing against the crowd, to be playing against the grain. I hope the shame you feel from getting your asses absolutely whooped by a newbie to this promotion and by the rest of my team. I hope you feel the sting of that shame, and I hope you feel the sting of that loss for the rest of the season. Because you're never going to be able to recover. I hope you sit down and you pray, because Mantis is coming after your ass.
So with that, I'm going to say hit the move, make the promo right after.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll plus look, and you get an additional +1 for your cheap heat of bringing up Memphis.
Okay. 10. That's a 10. Because I have
Yay.
2 to look and then 1 for my cheap heat.
So that is basically the nuclear heat that is hitting the ring at the end of the night as the logo hits in the bottom right and the show ends.
Man, that was
And
a better show than
hello,
WWE
Raiders.
has come out with.
With that, our first episode is going to come to a close. Next month, we're going to have more. Let's go ahead. Do you need to do channel stuff first, Casey? Or
Yeah, let me go ahead and knock out some channel stuff real quick.
and then we'll popcorn around after that.
Yes, sir. Well, y'all, I'm glad. I hope y'all had a good time because Lord knows I did. This is one of the best games I played in a minute. So yeah, come back come back on the third Monday, man. On the 19th, it's gonna be awesome, and we get to see the drama unfold now that Mantis has made her statement, and a new group has been formed. But if you don't want to wait for that, you want to come back tomorrow, you get to watch more shenanigans on this channel with Werewolf 5e Rage Across Dallas, ran by David. I'm playing in it. I may be an arson. We don't know. And then on Saturday, come back for the season finale of Mass Effect, where we'll see what happens with the Relentless crew and see if they can, run a casino, rave, and kill a specter. We'll see. And then Tuesday next week, we got Girl by Moonlight, a one-shot totally spies version ran by Taylor. It's going to be great, and it's just going to be fun. I think it's Magical Girls, if I remember right. And then let's see, Wednesday of next week, we have our first episode of Beacon Bites, a miniseries ran by JT. Some side stories while the main story is on a break. And yeah, then come back on February 19th to watch the next match. It's gonna be a good time, I feel like. But yeah, and if you haven't, come join the Discords. Have a good time. We're a good group over here at High Shelf Collective. We're always looking for new faces to come play games with us. Hand back over to you, Si.
From there, let's go ahead and let everybody know who you are, what you might be doing. We'll go ahead and start with the person who gave our promo and popcorn from there. Amber.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber. I am a 3-time Emmy-nominated TTRPG writer, editor, podcaster, and streamer. You can find me anywhere there's internet at the Space Jamber. I have been Mantis tonight, who is our come-up wrestler who has a bone to pick with a lot of people. Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm doing my usual stream tomorrow night. Sorry, it's fucking midnight here and I'm tired. 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Come hang out with me. I'm going to be complaining live while I make a sweater and everyone loves it apparently. Great. We love it. So come hang out with me tomorrow at 2 p.m. Grab your creative project of some sort. Let's bitch together for 3 hours while it's snowing ridiculously in DC. I'm doing that on Wednesday as well. And then if you are going to MagFest this weekend at National Harbor in Maryland, I will be at MagFest representing Imagining Games and Penny for a Tale. So please come hang out. I'll be there. I would love to see you. So thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, popcorn. My God. Popcorn Paul.
Did you
Since it
almost
actually
have
works now.
popcorn back to KC who made the announcements again? You're trying this. This is the gimmick now.
So what had happened was
I love the you get all my love for what had happened was. Hi, everybody. I'm Paul. You can find me on Twitter at PaulMarchin6. I never post anything. I have to have it to have socials. If you are a BIPOC, you can find me on the Apochromatic Unlimited server doing all sorts of admin fun things, as well as on their channel pretty soon. We'll be back with actual plays and video games in the near, probably by the time this next episode comes out. So that'll be fun to watch. We got some stuff planned for Black History Month, so that'll be super cool. You should come check it out. But other than that, you can find me in the Discord here and several other ones. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, you don't. It's all good. Also, we just made a stable, and if people have idea names, they should put them in the Discord because we like audience participation. So I will throw it to Jason now.
Perfect. Hello, I am Jason LaRock. I do a little bit of everything. I'm currently working on some podcast stuff and some future TTRPG streams and gaming streams with Thesperians Productions, which you can find on Twitter. And I think there's a link there on the Twitter that has all the stuff that we do. We do so much stuff. I don't know. I don't even know what we do half the time. You can also find games and stuff that I've done voiceover work for, such like Dream Daddy and Nightshade, You Are the Drug. So definitely go check those out on Steam if you can. And follow me at J_Son, S-O-N, LaRock, because I'm original and I just use my name for everything. So you can probably just follow me wherever I pop up that has that same URL. So there we go.
Now,
and who do I popcorn it to?
Well, Casey, do you need something to talk about individual stuff?
Oh yeah, man. Shit. Hi, yeah. My name's Casey. How you doing? What's up? Um, yeah, OG of High Shelf Collective. You know, you can find me, like I said, just chilling out on the server. Tabletop Truckor or Granny Bane is my other name on that server, and then also you can find me on Instagram at Tabletop Trucking 78. If you just want to see pretty pictures of the country we live in, because I'm a nomad. And then other than that, I have started my own Twitch at Tabletop Trucker 78, where ironically I play American Truck Simulator because that's what we do
Why wouldn't
occasionally.
you? Why wouldn't you?
You know, because on that game I can actually have my dream truck that doesn't cost me a house. But yeah,
I feel you have your
man.
10,000 hours in, so you're an expert on the game. You can rate how good their truck simulations actually are.
Surprisingly, it's been getting better. It's actually been getting better. When it first got here, I had some problems, especially with California. The hills weren't steep enough. They've gotten better about it. So yeah, but that's just me, man.
All right. And that brings us back to myself. I am Synthetic, Synthetic 20 on Blue Sky, Asynthetic 20 on Twitter. As far as things that I'm doing, I'm going to call out two things, but I'm doing a lot. So if you want more information on stuff that I'm doing, follow me on socials. But this Friday, I'm going to be over on Nerds with Dice, where I am one of the chancellors, playing a game of Apocalypse Keys, where I am playing the Shade playbook, and my character is based on the Appalachian folk song "O Death."
Neat.
And I am trying to regain my crown. That is my entire story, and I'm very excited to be doing it. Other than that, on the 5th of February, I'm going to be over on my channel, Queensgate Chronicles, hosting my first TTRPG session on that channel, where I have friends that are in a fantasy city known as Queensgate, and they own a tea shop, and nothing bad is going to happen to them in the horror game.
I love that.
Nothing bad whatsoever, because I'm the
No.
nicest person that you'll ever meet.
Nothing bad ever happens in horror games. Everyone lives and everyone gets to have sex and doesn't die.
And no one has ever been gaslit. With
Yeah.
that,
And I don't
are
kill all the
we-
white people.
Are we going
I mean,
to
no.
throw a raid?
Hello, disembodied voice.
Hello?
Ooh. Talking XP is on.
Also,
Okay.
real quick,
Yeah, I'll drop that.
We
Also, real
will
quick,
be
I forgot. Oh,
raiding Talking XP.
Yeah, let
Yes.
me drop it in Discord. Hey everybody. Did you know that the Mountain Goats released an actual record about wrestling? It's called Beat the Champ, and that's what I've been listening to this entire time.
I didn't
Uh,
think you were
that's-
talking about actual goats. I was very impressed.
Oh no, it's my favorite. They're my favorite band. Beat the Champ came out in 2015, and is the entire reason why I know any wrestling terminology, and that's what got me into wrestling.
Funny
I
enough,
love that.
I am wearing the shirt of the person that introduced me to the Mountain Goats, which is John Green.
Oh, John
I'm
Green
wearing a
also.
Pizza John.
Yes, Pizza John.
Man, you got an OG shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
All right. So now we will send that raid over to Talking XP. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a good night, y'all.